Grayhound Gaming boys. They make that roster change, bring in Sicko, and indeed, I'm sure I'm going to be making some absurd Sicko mode jokes. I'm just going to get out of the way now. I'm not going to say it. Just get rid of it. Oh, glad it's out of the way. I'm Machine, he's Henry, and this is Do or Die. One of these teams will not be attending the Legend stage.
Absolutely true. Vitality came into this as the dead favourites in everyone's mind. Everyone put them as 3-0. They thought they'd just cruise through this, but they're here at the 2-2, the final game of the Challenger section. We're going to be on Dust 2, where they fell in the inaugural game against Simon. That's Vitality 16-8. They've been getting better and better as the days go by, but Grayhound, they were 0-2, Alex. So looking for some redemption here as well. Then we send in the T side. It's their map pick, and looking to cause some damage towards middle.
Your desk liked the Dust 2 pick. It is quite the statement, going straight into Vitality's wheelhouse, but it's also what's gone so well for the K9 Aussies.
Pushes up take.
4 of them. Dexter did throw the flash over, and their CTs are already on the way. I think they got the information necessary, and ZywOo, quite the statement. He's already taken down 2 heads and is allowed to escape. Another one, catching Dexter from short. ZywOo's not done, he's on for the ace, and just like that, the star of the show makes a statement, round 1.
That's insane. That's going to light the fire beneath ZywOo. He kicks things off with a clean ace as well.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, that's so insane. They didn't even have a chance to get close to the bomb site there. He just eviscerates them. Grayhound will have to take an eco here, but looks at things that have 1 smoke, try and get a plant down if they can. Presumably heard it towards short. It's the most viable place to even get close to a bomb site. Smoke towards middle from the CTs here. Vitality off to a flyer, but they are normally prone to losing these second rounds. Well, luckily, it's going to be Glocks across the board. No armor, should be no danger here, and indeed. Towards short, smoking the Xbox. Just going to go up and see if they can trade 1 kill. That normally, if you can just get the 1 frag, Alex, you can actually get a plant out of this. So it's going to run out of first.
Yeah, having a go. Of course, the rotate will be in. The frags should be 2. Yep, a massacre. Alex finding himself 4. The kill distribution is quite comical right now. If you crack open that scoreboard, just 2 players with 10 frags between them.
ZywOo and Alex getting it done. 6-0 for ZywOo. It could be fragging a lot harder than that, let me tell you, as we get into the first gun round here. So there's a bit of a test for Vitality. They'll be up against 5 rifles. They've only got themselves 2, actually 3 with the extra FAMAS at the bottom there. So then 4 for ZywOo, of course. No orb just yet, but not against one, so not a big deal. But I'd expect something a little bit different here. MBK's going to go for the initial tag at the start. He gets one. It's Dexter, who will be dropped out of the equation. Dick Stacey's also been tagged down to 38. MBK is a fantastic scout user, looking to find yet another tag here. That would have been the end of Dick Stacey had he connected, but it slows them right down, and they're holding towards short right now.
That is a huge amount of impact to get out of the scout. I mean, you don't often frag and a half from NBK so early in the round as well.
Yeah, they really needed that as well, considering the weaponry.
Operating at a disadvantage then. Let's see what Grayhound can muster. We'll throw just a bit of utility to keep the CTs respectful on A. Locking in, it's a bit of a 3-2 split at the moment. Rather standard. Will be Apex with his SMG close on the corner of B, choosing to perhaps stay dynamic. He's not been particularly static on this site, ready for that information, ready for that fight, even though he doesn't have the weapon advantage. NBK for the info, and that information hurts. Nice shot from Urkat, but look at the spray! That's a big pickup from Apex. Cuts them down to size. They still have the numbers disadvantage as they come in for the plant.
And it's 3 rifles on the retake here. Dick Stacey down to just 1 point of health. He was the one planting the bomb here. No HE flying in, so it does go down. This is going to be so difficult. They've got no utility for the door. They can't really hold the window. That nade's got him for sure. ZywOo just sends it over. The underarm works out nicely here. He really is going to struggle on this one. He'll get 1 kill, but they know he's low, and it'll be ZywOo to close it out. Really clean round there. It's MBK doing so much damage. Sure, he got the 1 bang. That's what he received towards the B side, but he tagged another, set Apex up that double kill, took Dick Stacey to 1 HP, and that's a massive round for Vitality. Bomb planted doesn't now allow Grayhound to buy into the next one, but still going to be around the $4,000 mark. Look at that HE go. Dick Stacey didn't stand a chance. Flashing over. Clean finish for Vitality. They can pick up a couple of AKs now as well. They really are off to a flying start. Doesn't look like they will go for the full investment for Grayhound. They could have got AK armor, maybe a couple of smokes in the mix, but it's not really enough. So they're going to take the partial buy here.
There hasn't been much fragging over the course of these 3 rounds. No. They haven't managed to accrue any extra
3 kills total in 3 rounds.
Yeah, not much dosh. So they're going to be taking this half one straight towards long. The Molotov from Alex will not catch Dexter. He's well ahead of the curve. And 2 CTs to receive. The flashes are good. Can they get across? RPK towards Blue, and he's staring at it. That's going to be a weapon if they can get away with it. Dexter's got full health with it. He can catch Alex. Grayhound, they're making a good go at this. ZywOo's caught off in long, but I don't think he's the one that's caught off. They're locked in here with him, and that's huge from ZywOo. Do not come to long. Twice they try it, and 9 frags in the 2 times they do. ZywOo sends them home.
12-0 right now. Another quad kill round for him. He really has turned up to this one. He's got a 248 ADR at this point. Round 4 is his. It was looking pretty decent for Grayhound. They managed to get some wiggle room there. It was actually Dexter, who's been their star player so far, gets himself a couple of kills, but it wasn't enough. If ZywOo is alive, anything can and will happen. Finally, Sicko bring out the AWP. Vitality haven't had to yet. They just keep killing everyone. ZywOo's not even gone down to allow it to happen.
Yeah, ZywOo has yet to pick up the AWP. He's already got himself 12 frags in 4 rounds of play. Quite the way to start the series, quite the statement.
And remember, this is the pick of Grayhound as well. It's going to be Overpass next. The V2 is actually pretty good for Grayhound. It's maps they play throughout. It's going to be Dust 2, then over to Overpass and Inferno. They play both of those. But where we see the third is not looking likely Vitality keep this up. What an opener this has been. Still very early on, but it does not bode well at all.
I mean, if you're Grayhound, right, at the back of your mind, you're definitely thinking, I hope ZywOo doesn't show up today.
Yep, exactly.
Well, he's removed that thought from the back of their mind and instead put bullets in between their ears. Great work from him. Let's see how this one plays out. 60 seconds as the smoke arrives on long. That will likely deter. Never mind, it encourages them. They're going to flash through it. Great work from RPK, stands vigilant, and another from ZywOo. Hercast breaks the drought, but I think Dexter, he is going to be somewhat of the linchpin if Grayhound have a chance up there first. Great position on the edge of the smoke. He likely will be traded. No, catches MBK through the smoke. They could go B here. He's going to likely make the call. They do turn tail from long. Dexter's low, though, and as ZywOo, he's pieced it together. Already Dexter caught, and now weaving his way towards tunnels. This is not a guarantee. This is not easy.
This is perfect, though. They've got 25 seconds here. They have to go B now. And he's going to wait in tunnels.
Oh, no.
He at least gets one of these, if not both. Because the AWP coming in second, he's got it.
They won't have the knives out.
No, but they won't get detected. Sicko can't trade this.
Yeah, that's how the round ends. Sicko, 15 seconds. Actually, ZywOo retreating. He might have a chance to go in towards the site. Time really becoming a factor. Alex is coming from doors. Sicko realizes it. He's going to have to smoke onto the wall. No time. No time for the plant. He's going to lose it. They're not going to kill him after time. But I don't think Vitality care because they are on the tear. Huge work.
He hasn't died yet. We're going into round 6. ZywOo's 14-0. He is doing absolutely everything perfectly. Grayhound still with the maximum loss bonus, but they've only planted the bomb once. They're going to be averaging around $4,000 with Sicko, slightly beneath with 3,500. They're going to take a timeout here. Neilem needs to get stuck in and work out what the problems are, but unfortunately, we've discussed this throughout. When players like ZywOo are playing like this, you can have the best strategies in the world. You could operate in a perfect manner. At the end of the day, it's about who clicks on the heads first, and ZywOo is just head and shoulders above anyone on the server right now.
The desk perhaps igniting a fire beneath him. The conversation of who is the very best in the world, it's always going to be a conversation. Any sort of competition, people want to know who is the world's best.
Well, he's making a statement for it right now.
He really is, 14-0. Quite the KD. Like it's going to be a technical pause, actually. Which means that the mics will be muted. Fist bumps coming in, so it does look like we're going to be resuming play. And back into the action we go. If you have just joined us, welcome to the Starladder Berlin Major. I'm Machine, he's Henry, and this is the last spot available in the Legend stage. 2 teams, 1 spot.
Didn't we agree on Henry and the Machine?
Sorry, Henry and the Machine, that's right.
What the official tagline is. T-shirts are available next week, but until then, we will be casting this one, Grayhound. And we said technical issues, and no one's chatting right now. Here, the frags so far, you can see Sicko, they're all at 0 and 5. He's going to have a rough one up against ZywOo in his current form. As you can see,
233 average damage per round.
He hasn't made a mistake yet. I've been watching his POV from our PC here, and every decision has just been spot on. He knows what he has to do to win the rounds. He's positioning himself in such a stellar way. And that moment there, when they're going back towards T-Sport, he knew that was coming. There was just no doubt in my mind he was going to lose that one. He gets that first kill. There was a slight chance that Sicko comes in and hits the AWP shot. He just falls back, buys time, denies the plant. Just perfect. Round 6, back underway. We are going to see
ZywOo warp.
That's ZywOo AWP. Just to mix things up.
Yeah, it took us 5 rounds.
Apply some more pressure. Double AWP setup.
Okay, so NBK will pick up the secondary. Let's see how they choose to deploy this. Now, admittedly, double AWPs, very powerful versus those rifles. Could get caught out by something quick with the pistols. Quick is not the word I'd use. I'm seeing at T-Spawn right now, though.
No, I think they're...
Bit of a problem again?
Another technical problem here.
Yeah, looks like we're going to reload. All good in the hood. Just going to get this one resolved when there is so much on the line. You want to make sure everything is optimal. Can't blame them. Looks like we've just lost Malta, so he'll be joining the server shortly. Don't want to let this frustrate them. Don't want to let this pull the wind from their sails, but if I'm Grayhound, I'm kind of grateful for the breather.
So MBK is checking out the advanced stats there. He's like, Zyward, you know you've got like 240 ADR right now, bro. Like, what is going on here?
That is crazy. 7 KD. Man, that makes no sense. He hasn't died.
Yeah.
Come on, CS. Work it out. 14-0. Even I can tell you it's KD.
Well then, we don't have the information as to what's happening here, but Malta is back on the server, so it doesn't really matter. All you have to know is we're back underway. Greyhound have the maximum loss bonus, but they haven't planted in some time.
Yeah, but to kind of paint the picture while we have this extra moment, it's already been done once, but for those joining the broadcast a little late, this, we said, is 2 wins, 2 losses. The beauty of the Swiss system, it does continue to throw those seeds around. Vitality came into this one as a hot prospect, high seed, and they did concede to Simon Gaming. That was where things started to go awry. Actually, NBK, in an interview after that loss, used a rather candid phrase. He said, "We played like pussies versus Simon." Well, Zy was certainly not doing that today.
No, anything but, to be honest. Get into the double up setup, as mentioned, and it won't be a full investment here from Greyhound. No damage on the cross. Scout is out for Dexter this time. P250's Deagles, 1 CZ for Malta. Smoke towards B, and 3 players heading up short. Again, just trying to get that plant down if possible. That would help out the finances here, but they've got Zyward to get through first. They don't have a Molotov to get him off that perch, but they head towards middle. B split looking very likely now. Smoke down. 2 players within the site ready and waiting, but MBK, he'll get a taste, but dishes it out. 2 kills with Vitality. This could still fall apart. MBK is probably going to be dropped here, and that's going to be the AWP removed. Bomb planted. Can they even get the AWP? They absolutely can. Dexter has it. A chance now.
There's about to be a whole lot of flame on that site. 2 available. Alex and Zyward both have them. It's a tough retake, but they do have the numbers, they have the kits, they have the utility, and they have the weapon advantage.
They can smoke off the tunnels as well. RPK is able to do that whenever he wants to. It's yet to be seen. I'd like to see it, but now the Molotov beneath the window enables you to actually go through that and flush out the right corner. Alex with the first, and Dexter, he'll miss that shot, might as well save at this point. He'll challenge again. Could have got away with that up, but decided to challenge. Doesn't really matter, they're going to have a lot of money into the next round, but would have been a nice bonus considering that round was pretty much over. But still, 7 grand on most of the players here, but 6-0 for Vitality. Another clean one for them. Dexter made it uncomfortable. MBK, a great play there, very tenacious. He knew his days were numbered, manages to get a couple of kills before he's dropped.
Yeah, he gets tagged and is willing to re-peek that window. That's ballsy.
He knew they were going to rush him down, whatever happened there. There was nothing covering him. He might as well have gone for one more. They recovered the double up setup, so no problem there at all. Zyward's still yet to die. We're going to round 7.
No. I was asking about the record, actually. We asked about it yesterday.
Yeah.
We got the answer. 20-0 is the record from Rain on this very map.
Yes, I remember I casted that game. He's pushing short every single round, finding 3 or 4 kills. That's the official record, right? 20-0.
20-0.
Okay, so we're on.
Not far off.
We're actually on for it right now. 14-0. It's going to take a couple more massive rounds, but let's see what he can do. Keep that in mind. Always fun to keep track of these records at the big events.
It certainly is. Sicko evades the flash stick Stacey's using to find a way through mid up on Xbox now. Grayhound Gaming, they chose to take it to Dust 2, and they have had successes on it on the lead up to this series, this deciding series of their major fate. 78% success rate. But their tallest task yet, it's Vitality, and they have had some very comfortable wins in lead up to the major on this map.
This position Alex is using, we've seen it a couple of times this tournament. I've not actually seen it utilised correctly before this major. It's actually looking pretty decent. Catches players off, nice angle.
You can actually see the tip of the head on short as well from that box. Risky, and then BK, speaking of risky, he's done it again! So ready to challenge, there's bullets coming his way, but he peeks into it and now could be costly. The remaining CTs are exactly where they started, and Sicko will be punching in the digits of that bomb any second now.
Probably not worth going for this one, Alex. If they had smokes and incendiaries, sure, but they've only got a couple of flashbangs. It's not impossible they win this, but there's no point throwing money away for the sake of it. It's very unlikely they'll do anything with that, especially with the AWP involved. They've got an AK-47, obviously can't buy that on the CT side. Might as well hold on to it, let them have this round. Much better stuff there from Grayhound. MBK did hit 1 shot in towards Dick Stacey, but that was about it. The B-bomb site collapses, and it's the first of Grayhound, but Zyward remains alive here. So we're going to keep following that.
Yeah, that's true.
Storyline.
Thank goodness he's still alive.
Still going.
And actually, interestingly enough, I'm not sure if they're going to keep it. Yeah, I saw Aircast pick up that AWP just because I hadn't seen too much of it until I watched G2 play Dust 2, and then I kind of was converted. It does work. You've been an advocate for it. But actually, you've been an advocate for anything that works on Dust 2, I think was how you described it to me.
Yeah, it's really one of those maps where you don't need much tactical depth at all. It's all about really who's turning up on the day. It's a very cookie-cutter map in terms of the defaults. Everyone run the same default on this map. Executions are very similar as well. They'll be opting for lots of B splits. There's not much you can do in that department, but it is cool to watch in terms of a point of view of a spectator because it's very spawn-based. There's power plays from the T-spawn area as well. Not that we've seen that much damage for the door, I have to say. That hasn't really been a mechanic we've discussed that much, which is probably a good thing. At one point, it was almost a bit much, maybe 3 years ago.
Well, that round's probably over then.
Yeah, like you could do, like get auto snipers out in overtimes and Dust 2, it'd be ridiculous. Even with the auto snipers this tournament, I haven't even seen a tag really. So looks like we've got a good understanding how to get safely across towards B, as we have another slight technical issue here.
I'm saying it's actually just because we didn't get to see too much from Woxic. I swear that man has an affinity for double doors on Dust 2.
Yeah, his Dust 2 play is always crazy to watch. I always enjoy it.
Already locked in for the next stage of competition.
Yep. I'm happy about that. I want to see what they can do against the big boys.
Not far away as well, the Legends stage. A day off tomorrow, and then we have the top 8 from the previous major and those that have kept their head above water here in the new Challenger stage. 1 spot, 2 teams, Vitality and Grayhound. It continues out of the pause and off the break. 3 cross safely. The smoke has become irregular to enable that safe passage we've just been talking about.
And you're always doing it towards it bounces off the CT spawn box, so you actually have that veil towards middle. You can sit behind that smoke. If they go for a fast mid play, the smoke will still be up when they come through. So you'll see a lot of players. Shoxy was doing that throughout this tournament, finding great success. But for now, another B split, and that's interesting because Vitality have put 3 players on this side of the map, considering that's where their weakness lied before. But Greyhound still exploring their options here. They want to see if there's any presence towards shore. Now, ideally, you want to flash it, Molotov this corner to push back any potential AWPers. MBK playing towards the back platform now, decides to reposition. He was playing at the window before, managed to get 1 kill. But it can be a difficult spot to hold, especially when they go for a full mid-split towards B. 1 minute remaining. Still with the majority of the utility, but only 2 smokes here. Being very patient, both teams. Allowing middle to be accessed. You can see Alex has been baited in outside the B bomb site itself. They'll have Apex getting the attention to suggest no one's towards middle. He's just getting intel, and Alex won't swing at all till they fully commit to coming out of that area and hopefully get 2 kills. That'd be ideal. This just might be a dribble smoke contact play towards B with a flashbang and try and push MBK out of position.
Okay.
They can Molotov through the smoke, but that's not ideal. But that's much better.
Wow, Dexter finds the way here, and Alex likely going to have to support Apex here, because through the flames, Dexter's got himself a second one. Alex finally reveals his location. Now, we'll try and get some utility to catch them. Dexter's not far enough, or close enough, excuse me. Does catch Urcast, though.
Going for this, they are.
Tons.
So,
but look at Dexter's position with 2 HP.
Up against the flash towards the tunnel as they check this spot.
Oh, of course they do, but Zyro moves in the air. Dexter plucks him from it. RPK has to push on it. Damage done. Dexter delays. With this fraction of health, he's done a great deal of help for Sicko and Urcast.
They know exactly where both players are now. Alex has spotted both, one towards Kai, he's given that information towards RPK. He can check that position. He can still win this one, but it's a nice shot. There it is. You can hear Neil M in the background. He is a vocal coach, and this time in English, it is a little bit more compromising to hear what he says. You have no idea when the Russians on the server.
When the Dream coach, he could be calling us all whatever he wants.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, yes. Good to hear. I would like to hear that accent in that interview. And his opening line of, forgot my passport, had to take 2 trains and a boat to get to the major. Dedication from the Grayhound gaming coach. Let's see that again from Dexter from his point of view. He did have that Molotov at his feet, just managed to find a gap, and with that 2 HP, with his positioning, with his fragging, he got another onto the star of the show, and he actually stops that record from getting any further. That was the first death for Zywu. It was all on Dexter to shatter the dreams of a new record. 20-0 set by Rain on the very map that Grayhound chose to bring to the French. Attack pause called. This Grayhound string together the first 2 rounds.
Well, now we're getting somewhere.
Now we are on the way. 9 for Dexter, and 3 members of Grayhound yet to get off that first frag.
Well, he has been their shining lights throughout this tournament. He's been their star player for sure. And so it's great to see him continuing that form here. Instrumental in these 2-round victories. It's starting to come to life now. Grayhound will go for the long take. They've actually pushed Alex right back here. It's very good. Smokes are perfect. Flashbangs are efficient. They've got full-on control now. So ideally, you want to get your AWP into the pit at this point and then go for a pincer with the cover from long, so they can't even utilize the A ramp as a CT force. But that's a long time from now. This is the first piece of the puzzle. On control, didn't take any damage, and you can see the utility on the CT side. They might have to push a little bit more. They've only got a couple of smokes, some flashbangs here, no kits. This is quite a desperate situation for Vitality now. A very important round for Grayhound.
They're giving them a whole lot of freedom, you're right. Looking at the way at the angles RPK's on, he doesn't want to contest at all.
So they're going to do the Xbox smoke now, Alex. Hopefully this is what they go for. They need to send 2 players up towards short, start applying pressure from that position, and just isolate the CTs, allow the AWP to hold long, and hopefully his teammates can pick them up.
In the air, Sicko throws that Xbox smoke that you oh so rightly called. What's that from Sidewoo? It's only the one he'll get. 4 versus 4. That limited utility could come into factor, but Apex's bullets do find the head of Arcast. Can't cross,
nice.
And now they can. Dexter finds them a way in. The green light shines, and now they look to cross.
Grayhound needs to be cognizant of the fact MBK is coming from long. He's only got the MP9 here, Alex. This kill is very important. Now, the MP9 not ideal on the range. He's making it work. He's done so much damage here. MBK using it at long range. It's the sewing machine, the MP9, getting it done. They recover both AWPs. So we said that was a massive round. If Grayhound picked that one up, they'd shut their economy down and actually maybe get 2 or 3 off the bounce of that. But still, it's all about the flank, and had the worst weapon for the job, but does he make it work?
You've got to respect MBK. The restraint, I mean, that's a hard weapon to hit those shots with. The restraint, the trigger discipline, he's poised, and he finds the double with the MP9 on the flank. Many players could have got thrown off by their weapon of choice there, but not for MBK. Great moves.
Didn't down himself for a second there, did he?
A lot of players are starting to find confidence in that SMG.
Yeah, well, we talked about the Mac 10s earlier.
Yeah.
MP9 has been just as prevalent. Boost towards short to look towards lower B. Nothing spotted at the start. Urcast now using the long smoke just to buy some control of that area. They have got this cleanly a few times in a row now. It looked like that round was theirs previously. MBK had the perfect timing. Fortunately for Grayhound, they do have plenty of money to buy up into this round. Still have 3 smokes, make it 4.
It's a different buy they're up against this time. Looks like they could be thinking about a repeat. Dexter's still towards spawn. He does have a smoke. He could very well throw the same one we saw from Sicko, but 60 seconds. Dick Stacey's on an investigation towards B. NBK's up. I think he might have just caught a glimpse of him. So it's a hard one for Dick. He doesn't even pull the first bullet before NBK shuts him down. Smoke will land. Alex, he's considering some aggression. Flashed in by his teammates. Malta's completely blind. Shut down and can back away safely. This is perfect from Vitality.
That's really well played from Alex. He knew he had another kill there available. It would have been a bit 50-50 though. He's got a 5-on-3 advantage. He wants to buy time. Look at that clock, 35 seconds. He drops a smoke. He's just guaranteeing success right now. Instead of going for the glory, he wants to make sure his teammates will come out on top of the end. Keep that money strong. No one can afford to go down right now. Need to have this as clean as possible. A missed shot from Sicko might confirm things here. Running out of time now. Grayhound need to work out what the next play is.
Shot rattled off by Sicko again, trying to force RPK to the end for Urcast. And Urcast catching Alex without the trade. The Molotov stopped RPK from swinging into it. 2 versus 4 though, they're both on long. Sicko connects, smoke present. The Molotov towards elevator might be able to enable Dexter to get this bomb down, but I doubt it. They're going to push it all the close. And no, bomb won't go down, and another round for Vitality.
Yeah, that's going to be quite a significant one as well. Grayhound will be getting $2,900 per player into the next round. So that doesn't enable them to have a full buy here. They can get an AWP out, a couple of AKs, but there will be compromises. They'll probably take a tactical pause. Indeed, they will. To allow Neil to come in at this stage. So, at the very top end, Dick Stacey, $5,000. At the bottom, it's Urcast at 32. Vitality, they know their money's low, so if they want to buy up into this one, if they did manage to win it, they'd be right back into this one, but it's such a gamble.
I love that we get to go, give Alex the credit he deserves there, seeing that restraint.
That's why he's so valuable to the team. Remember, he's the in-game leader. He's looking at the bigger picture all the time. He's not supposed to be the one getting all the frags. He's trying to win them rounds and delay the opposition and set his team up.
Yeah, and we're not here to make a frag movie. We're here to get to the next stage of the major.
Does not matter.
There's a whole lot more glory in the grand scheme.
Yep. I agree. They are going to invest somewhat into this, not fully. See, 1 AK-47. Dick Stacey had $5,000, remember, so he spends $3,700 here. His teammates will get some basic utility. The scout is out as well. No damage at the start, but Dick Stacey's looking to change that. Fast out towards long. CT's, once again, willing to give this one up, and they'll reposition and react accordingly, take short real estate.
it hasn't felt like Grayhound having long control has been all that intimidating.
They haven't done as much with it as I'd like. I wanted to see that proper A pincer before, if you remember.
Sure,
they sent 4
yeah.
players up to Lord's Long, so then there's no pressure because then you've spotted everyone in that position. You can really focus on that. It came down to a 2-on-2, but MBK knew exactly where they were because they didn't have that split mentality. But either way, round 11, still a chance to do damage here, but nothing really exciting me at this point. They've got 1 flash, and how are they going to break in towards B with just a flash?
Yeah, and already Vitality have dug their heels in. That smoke's still up.
And his MBK's got the AWP as well, so he's going to have full vision on this exchange. Oh, the nade's brutal.
He could do so much damage with this one. What's he waiting for? A sound cue? Nope, that's the one. Flies in.
Doesn't do
Doesn't
anything.
quite touch him. Right between them. Between 2 ferns. Nice work from Dick Stacey, though. Walking into the site. There's one more to find. It's MBK's AWP. We talked about it. Where's the smoke for the cross? And there's Alex from behind. Oh, this is going to be deadly. Gets the first. Likely going to go second here as well. Coming down to size. And Malta, he can't do anything. RPK does exactly what his leader did. A double for both. And the 9th for the French on this defense.
It was Dust 2 while Vitality started their campaign here at the Challenger stage of the Major. They faced Simon Gaming. They looked weak. They looked out of their depth. It was 16-8 defeat there. And this is not the same team we're seeing right now. They are absolutely rabid against the Greyhounds.
They are rejuvenated. Forced to swallow their pride 2 games in a row. Changing the colour of their jersey as well.
Apparently so. I'm not sure how much that's going to change things,
well,
but it looks much better right now. So each their own, I suppose.
They say you wear black for business. I think MBK certainly means it, because he's pushed straight in towards the tunnels, and actually this time we'll find nothing for it. That's a free advantage given to the T's.
And
or not.
Looked like that was going to be a double kill there for Dexter. That's unfortunate. Nice work from Apex to bring a frag back. Trying to change the pace there. MBK leading the charge with an MP9. I like that approach. Why not? Let's keep mixing things up. You've got a nice lead here. 4-4 does technically favour Greyhound, but I was still alive and well. So maybe that's not necessarily true.
Yeah, that is quite a big but.
Yeah, he counts for like 2 players, I think. So his presence so far, he's set on 16 frags, so his pace has slowed down somewhat, but still, it's 9-2.
Yeah, I don't think anyone can keep up that pace from the opening 5 rounds.
You got to see the pace, yeah. 4 kills afterwards.
That's quite the precedent he sets. Alex keeping mid under lock and key. Dick Stacey a little ahead of the pack. The rest have arrived in middle now. And information from Alex. This is something Vitality do an awful lot of, just jump across the doors. It's relatively safe. And how safe is Malta? Does look relatively confident in the first. Gets it way in, but Zywoo catches Urkos on the advance. Just 2 remain now for the Aussies. Apex still in sight. They're trying to clear it all. Catches Malta's back turn. Sicko thrown into a 1 versus 3. Looking to fake it out, get the information. RPK pincering, and he'll likely be the first contact. And as soon as RPK shows, Zywoo would have swung. No need. Double digits, just 12 rounds in for Vitality.
That was very safe for Vitality. They knew it was the AWP left over as well. Like you said, even if RPK dies there, if they're watching the tunnel, Zywoo is always going to swing in and finish things off there. So it wasn't any real danger at all. So that was great. Well played by Vitality. Another successful round. Double digits now for the French. 10-2. Greyhound on their map pick just can't get going at all. Can't sink their teeth into this. They've got 1 scout. Deagles again. Dexter with an AK-47. He spent the majority of his cash here, but maybe it's the play they need. And the pick from middle, Zywoo, he'll take down Malta. No problem at all. Very confident in his ability as Dexter rushes up towards shore, trying to catch someone off guard perhaps.
And that smoke you talked about, being able to play around it. Zywoo's found one there. It's nice, they'll get towards the doors. Dexter's trying to make a gap in A, only the one. As Dick Stacey's Deagle connects just as he falls, trying to keep them level, but the problem remains, and RPK is going to continue to make things problematic. A triple for him in this round. Vitality are coasting right now.
Yeah, RPK, 3 kills in this round. The tank is well and truly fueled today, Alex. We'll see if this is going to be a clean finish from Zywoo. It's a resounding one, as you will see 11 rounds on the board there, and that partial buy doesn't get them a plum. There's a couple of rounds left here, and they do have a full buy at this point with the maximum loss bonus, but they're just not getting close to these bomb sites here. Zywoo challenging the scouts. You can see how that went down. Very clean kill. Malta didn't have a chance to react to that one. Nice shots from RPK. He's backing up his teammates here. Very clinical stuff. Kills the remaining scout towards shore. No problem whatsoever.
I feel like pro players can see through mollies, and I can't. I don't know how they...
Remember, we're playing on high graphics here. They'll be on all low, so it'll be a very different experience.
Different visual.
Yeah.
That's a good point, worth making. There's one command you're supposed to have high to see through the Molotovs close, and one you're supposed to have low when they're far. It's a whole mystery. It's a whole time to unpack just yet. Zywoo misses the shot and all of that stuff. Dick Stacey does respond though. That's nice. Good flash from Malta. Backing away. Flash in response just to kind of keep the CTs waiting around. RPK tucks himself on the car. NBK in a spot of bother, tagged up and forced to, I was going to say, retreat. I think he realizes they have to respect that mid-presence. Alex on the AWP, misses the first great flash as well, but it's caught a Malta. Doesn't stop him closing the gap. They're on towards the site. Malta gets one, needs a second. It's not enough.
Wow.
Quick from Alex. They're so low, but it's a 2 versus 2. Bomb in the hands of Stacey. NBK's managed to continue to find the frags, and now all onto Dick Stacey. They're low. He can do this. He has to do this. Looking for the third for Grayhound. Alex jumps, presents himself, and enables the bomb to go down. Rotate coming in from NBK.
Yeah, coming in fast as well. Oh, he's got the advantage.
Oh no!
Dick Stacey.
He was on for the ace. One final hurdle. He didn't have the knowledge on NBK and just caught off guard.
12-2. Good a chance of anything. Dick Stacey there to close things out. Goes to the fake plan. Assumes NBK's coming from long once again. That's where the flank came in from before. It's a good assumption, but unfortunately for him, the low HP NBK falls out of short, finds him out of position, and denies absolutely everything there. No plant again. How many times have they planted that bomb? Only twice so far. Oh, 3 times at the round. One by explosion.
One of them, yeah.
Yeah, so 3 plants total. It's 12-2. They're coming in. They're limping into this round. Galil's barely any utility, but they have got 3 AKs and a Krieg. Can they get the third?
The last time we saw a T-side from Grayhound on this map was up against Complexity, and they picked up 9 rounds to 2 in the second game, but this is a very different story. That's Dexter gets first blood, and RPK just stands so strong. The turret, the tank. Apex continues to put some pressure on short, allowed to back away as well.
Well, I think, did he see that player towards this one there? I think he did, yeah. Oh my goodness, he's done so much damage. Malta down to 25. Last round of the first half here. Remember, Greyhound's map pick. Vitality, a couple of months ago, being speculated as the world's best Dust 2 team. We started to lose faith after their first showing here, but this is much more like it, Alex.
This is ideal. This is the Vitality people were anticipating to step up and arrive in the major. Game 1. If you want any more evidence that Counter-Strike is a mental game, take a look at Vitality then, and take a look at Vitality now. Admittedly, Grayhound Gaming have been struggling to piece much of a T-side together, but I think a great factor of that is the prowess of the Frenchmen so far. Last round's concluded. ZywOo, 21 kills on the half. An exceptional start. He had 14 before he met his first death. But either way, we're going to see if Grayhound have got anything left in the tank on their map pick. Dust 2, it continues after the break. Vitality 13-2. Unlucky for some, perhaps for Australia, because Grayhound Gaming have not looked like they could present too much on their T-forces. Now into the defense. Our machine, he's Henry, and we are jumping into the action in just a moment's time.
They are starting to call us Machine Gun Henry.
Machine Gun Henry.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I guess we've got to make a diss track for all the other casters. Take our shirts off.
Oh, I'm down.
Put a shovel on our shoulder.
I'm so down. Either way, so Vitality, they will be looking to close things out here. They win the pistol. It's pretty much GG. Aggressive scenes here as Grayhound pushed towards middle. This is quite audacious. It's going to be Urkas who will be towards top of middle. He's in no man's land right now. Heading back towards shore. I think that's the correct call here. He had no backup at all, but Dexter, he might not need it. Doesn't get the instant headshot. MBK knows he's in trouble if he goes down alone here. So trying to stay alive at this point. It's a pretty scrappy job. I think both players are like, you know what? Neither of us are connecting this headshot. Let's just call it a day.
Hey man,
I'll
truce,
pull back.
yeah? All right, peace.
We both missed. Let's call it that, and we'll go back to our positions. Go back to defaults.
Yeah, I'll see you in a bit, man.
So double smoke towards crossover looks very likely here with the flashbangs as well. They've got a P250 in hands of Zywoo. Makes sense that it would go long so he can actually challenge some of these USPs. Dig Stacy knows what's up though. He knows he has some wiggle room here. He can go for some shots. So likely he gets one tapped here, but let's see.
Yeah, the bullets connect and the bodies start to get thrown in that direction. All 5 of them starting to converge on towards the ace site. That's what I was looking for. And the shot to Malta was don't connect. Dick Stacy finally does a flurry of frags, 2 in quick succession. Sicko and Malta looking to catch them on this gap of the smoke. NBK's already managed to get across. The bomb on the back of him. They could boost if they wanted to. I think that's what they're positioning for. Sicko will be presented an opportunity, falls off, and now the smoke's starting to clear. This is a really awkward round.
Good awareness from MBK. What a brilliant round he's having so far. It looks like they have the advantage somewhat, but now they can plant towards short, but not for long. It will be Grayhound sticking the landing there. We said Dick Stacy had a chance to get a few frags there. He gets 2 stunning headshots. It looked like he got a bit messy there as he went for the boost, and MBK didn't plant. I thought they were both about to be dropped. Let's see the replay here. How clean were these kills? Oh, they were very nice indeed.
Not far off from a third. Apex didn't like that one.
No.
But Grayhound, if there was ever a pistol you had to win, it was that one. Let's see if they can build off the back of that, start laying the foundations for what would be an absurd comeback. Vitality have looked so poised on Dust 2. The odds, they haven't been on the screen in a while, but I'm sure they are ridiculously in favour of the French here. And 21-4, a scoreline for the start that certainly will build some confidence for the French fans moving forward in this series.
Yeah, they want to clean this one out as close one out as cleanly as they can. So we'll see with this AK for Zywoo is enough. His RPK has dropped it, but Zywoo, he is the sort of player that can find 2-3 kills in no problem.
What's their choice with it? So for now, not too much to write home about, but I am intrigued to see what you can do when you have no nades to put Zywoo in a position where he can win a round.
Well, walking through middle would be a good option here because it's unlikely there's heavy CT presence. Like, you don't really see that too much on Dust 2 these days, so that could be an option for them. They're going to try and take some aggro from short here. This is what the pincer would be. They're going to try and get everyone looking towards this side of the map. Then Zywoo can come out and hopefully have some human shields in front of him to actually get a couple of kills. But Dick Stacy's in a prime position. He should be absolutely fine here.
He's going hunting though, and Zywoo's almost ready for it. That's the first head. Zywoo preparing himself to hand out some...
boys. Yeah, he's coming.
Yeah, careful, there's an AK. And it's Zywoo. Alex has got himself a FAMAS. He's gone at least, but that does reveal his location. Flashes, they always want to lock him out. Zywoo from the back of long. He's the only man standing. This should not be possible. With 30 seconds, bomb loose, and they can just tuck themselves in. Maybe make some crucifixes out of twigs they can find. Some mirrors, some onions, I don't know, anything to stop Zywoo from hunting them down. Nice work from Malta. That's an AK as well. I
thought he had at least a kill in him, but there it is. Just one, and Zywoo, he'll still have plenty of money. It's quite selfless of RPK to say, you know what, I'll give you an AK-47, see what we can do. They're not necessarily trying to win the round there, just trying to really sabotage the finances on the other side. And then when this gun round comes up, one player will be in a pistol, but if you do win that round, you're looking good to close things out. But they only got the one kill, so that's not really a massive talking point here. RPK will have to make do with the PD-50, Zywoo on the scout.
Seeing so much more scouts since the economy changes. It's becoming a weapon of choice once again. Kind of fell out of favor once they removed the jumping accuracy, and woof, accuracy is Zywoo's middle name.
Yeah, he had strange parents.
Yeah, they were in a lot. Fresh out the womb into deathmatch.
It's going to be a CS player. A dedicated life to it. But for now, you can still see the scouts on either side. We do have an MP9 still with Dexter, and the way that weapon has been performing in this event is not necessarily a hindrance. We'll see how this round pans out. Vitality looking to finish one off without Grayhound getting anywhere near double digits. We'll see how this goes down now. Default and heading towards short.
Okay. Sicko's going to get the first information. That shot hits and that nade should finish it. Great work from Sicko. All of the tools at his disposal. That will, of course, put the weapon upgrade in ZywOo's hands. I think you call that bittersweet.
Well, it's a lovely start for Grayhound. They are on the back foot in the weaponry here. If they can win this round, we might be onto something.
Stacey's on long though.
Oh, he is. He's right by the doors, isn't he?
Well, I thought he was going to take himself into that corner. That would have been a guarantee onto MBK. This duel's an interesting one and an important one. Now the numbers level, but also long forgone. Sicko, Urcast, they have to be conscious of that. The smoke's already on short. There is such a tight straight. Sicko, close quarters in the smoke. This has to be a double. Nice work from Urcast. He has still got the bullets to take this fight. Not anymore. Switches to the sidearm. Alex does find the frag. Where's that bomb? It's loose, and it's a 2 versus 2. Dexter is being caught out. He can be peeked by Alex. He's conscious of it, looking for the jump peek. His fate is sealed. Locked into this until Malta can arrive from long. Actually, that's a huge amount of damage that Malta can profit from. The flash high. He wants to try and find this fight fast before Alex can find himself into an after-plant position. That's a lovely choice.
Yeah, really smart stuff from Alex here. He's owned it.
Well, that is the perfect way to play. You can see why. Big brain all day. 3 frags for the Brit.
Yeah, he couldn't have played that better. That was so smart from Alex. Like, there's no way you read that. You assume he's either on the side towards short or Gandalf. You don't think he's going to drop down. He's got enough time to not be heard dropping down there, and he's angled himself so well. You can see even he crossed over.
That's what I was going to say, like the crouch?
Yeah, exactly.
Just the tip of the head is all he'd have seen.
With the bomb down, there's not enough time to just walk across that area, so he knows he's got such a massive advantage there. That's very well played.
Here are your odds as well from GG.bet, the bookkeepers of the major. As you can see, I was hinting that the odds would be ridiculous, and they certainly are. Vitality, hot prospects. 2 rounds is all they need to win the first. This was the choice of the Australian squad. The Oceanic squad, I should say. Flash through mid. Just a non-committal investigation from Apex. Just pokes his nose around the doors, doesn't sniff anything out. I think Stacey's 5'7" has done some ridiculous things early, and actually, as that Molotov leaves the hands of the I thought he might have swung.
Me too. Oh, flashbangs is brutal, though. This is looking very good. And Vitality find the opening picks here. Urcast will bring one back with a 5'7". Alex, though, knows he's there. This flashbang, is it enough? Not quite. Urcast repositions, and ZywOo looking to make up for it now, but surely the CT will fall back, but using the smoke as cover here. ZywOo wants to see this coming. I think Urcast has done a great job here. Gets himself another. RPK surely finishes things off, but no, he will get away. They've got the man advantage. 3 versus 1. RPK will get the plant just to guarantee the cash here, then see what's available to him. He'll drop the smoke on the bomb side, presumably.
Yeah, smart plant spot so he couldn't get caught from the jump peak.
He saw him.
Got the info. 3 here. Does have a smoke if he can get this first. Oh, nice work from Grayhound, just poking and prodding, not letting him commit to a fight. And 3 from Urcast. He is the hero for Grayhound in that round. Not only does he get the first, but the fact that he lives on, goes aggressive, uses the smoke for the third to take the star out, no less. A huge round when it matters, and a Krieg upgrade before the round concludes.
Yeah, there's a 4 versus 3. The FAMAS comes up trumps though, managing to get the 5th round on the board. Down but not out. Grayhound will have some finances now, anything but on the French side. They do have enough for maybe another hero AK, but that's about it. Urcast with the 5'7", getting that FAMAS out, and then using this smoke. This was the brilliant play here. Just using this to suggest he's dropped down, gone towards the side, and he's got a lovely little angle there. ZywOo got a shot off, but couldn't connect to the head. They buy up into this, no less. So, 2 AKs, 2 MAC-10s, a CZ. Expect something very fast here. Oh, well, 5 players towards B, that will do.
Oh, and
there's only 1 player there.
Oh, Malta.
Malta has to throw the incendiary, but they're going to have a fireman ready to put that out.
Back turn, plays anti-flashes, another one coming. He's got to get more than 1. ZywOo's MAC-10 connects.
They're so far away that they have to go for it. This can't go map points. It can't go 15-5.
Not like this, certainly not. An SMG charge, 1 death. It's just not a save they're willing to do. It's not a pill they're willing to swallow.
Oh, that helps.
That's a catch. Timing beautiful, the nade from Sicko.
No Molotovs as well for the window.
Alex, responsible for tunnels. Apex in bricks. NBK the first contact likely. He's close by doors, and Stacey on window. They have to execute this one perfectly.
Yeah, ideally throw tunnels. There it is. That's going in.
Yeah, Alex is going to play into that one, surely. But that also confirms to him that he can focus his attention towards the site. Sicko gets the first. Alex and NBK, though, they're not done yet. Alex with a double, and it's NBK as well. It's map point, excuse me. First of the series, and huge from Vitality into B with the SMGs. First, I think we haven't seen that before from them.
It couldn't have gone better for them. The fact they've gone for a rush B there, and it's a 4-man stack from Grayhound towards long. They're going to be gutted with that. Like we said, extinguishing the flames. He did a ton of damage there, Molter, about 250, but it wasn't quite enough. 15-5 down on their map pick. And we on to Vitality's choice of overpass next, and it looks like this is going to end here. They don't have much left. 3 pistols, a scout, damage done on the cross as well. It's going to be Dexter down to 56. He might want to give that M4 over to someone else now. He's got no armor and 56 health.
Yeah, 2 tags from
Swap it
Zywu.
over. His round's done.
A brutal conclusion on the cards. Many would consider this round simply a formality. Let's see if Grayhound can shut us up. Oh, he's done it again.
1 HP.
He's hit 3 shots with that scout. Sicko has 1 point of health after his meetings with Zywu, and I swear, no. If he went a bit lower, Sicko would have been so damn mad. 1 man, 3 different chances. Malta, he's trying to make this B presence as loud as possible, but RPK just plays the waiting game.
Yeah, looks like we might be done here. 5 versus 3. Sicko, 1 point of health. Alex might help himself to the 3rd frag of the round. Urgas waiting on short. He's got the 5-7. It's not a one-shot kill at that range, but we'll see whether he can find anything here. Alex presumably finishes things off. There's the headshot. You can see, even with a clean one at that range, he still only does 97. Not going to be enough. 5 versus 1 now, and 1 HP to Sicko's name. That's it, 16-6. And that's Vitality absolutely stomping Grayhound on their map pick. It's not looking good.
I mean, it's appropriate, isn't it? Yeah, this is the game for survival. This is the game for the Legends stage, and the very map that Vitality lost their opening game to is where they make their opening statement, and it's a loud one. 16-5 on their opponent's map pick.
Well, what a game that was. We kicked things off with Zywu going, 14-0. He got a pistol ace to kick things off. They're making sure they bring their A game today. He didn't even finish off the scoreboard. Alex did. 24 kills. What a stunning showing he had in that second half. So many smart plays.